Torrential rain has been sweeping across the Middle East, and in the Gaza Strip, it's had deadly consequences as thousands of tents sheltering families displaced by 2 years of war have been washed away. And it looks like it could still get worse. And it's the children who are the most vulnerable. Now, medics there told Reuters that 8-month-old Rahaf Abu Jaber died of exposure after cold water inundated the tent where she was living with her family in Khan Yunis in the southern part of Gaza.
كنا نايمين عادي يعني كانت مطره والساقه لا عندي خيمه ولا عندي حاجه دفيها يعني رضعت فيش فيها ولا حاجه صحينا فجاه لقينا المطره عندنا والهواء علينا والبنت هيك فجاه ماتت من السقعه انا فيش فيها ولا حاجه كده كنت مدفيه بس الدفء اللي عندي مش مكفيها تدفيها مش عارف صحيت فجاه ولقيتها
A spokesman for the civil defense in Gaza told NBC News that 14 people had died in a 24-hour period due to the storm and cold weather. The civil defense, which is run by Hamas, said that most of the tent encampments across the enclave were flooded and that it's received more than 4,300 distress calls asking for help from this severe weather. Now, municipal and civil defense officials in Gaza said they couldn't adequately respond to the storm because of fuel shortages and damage to equipment. They said that Israel destroyed hundreds of vehicles, including bulldozers and other vehicles that could be used to pump out water during the course of that 2-year war that left most of Gaza's population homeless. NBC News reached out to the coordinator of government activities in the territories, that's the Israeli body in charge of civilian policy in Gaza, about the destruction of these vehicles, and they didn't respond immediately for requests for comment. But this agency, which is called COGAT, also said in a separate statement that Israel is fully committed to facilitating the entry of humanitarian aid into Gaza, adding that hundreds of trucks carrying aid, including food, tents, and shelter supplies, enter Gaza every day, quote, in close, continuous coordination with the UN, international organizations, donor countries, and the private sector. Now, UN and Palestinian officials say that 300,000 new tents are desperately needed for those people who have still been displaced. Now, most of the existing shelters are either worn out or have been partially destroyed in the war, or they're made out of thin plastic sheeting. And the UN also said that Gaza needs about 500 to 600 truckloads of aid every single day. And meanwhile, Rahaf's uncle says he thinks many more will lose their lives to the extreme weather conditions and the lack of safe and warm shelter.
ما حدش يدور علينا لا خيام زي الخلق ولا اي شيء زي الخلق لا عده زي الخلق ولا حرامات ولا في اي شيء وهذا يضحينا ببلسه اول واحد